Jai Prabhu Jagannath, I am immensely pleased and highly grateful and express my unbounded appreciation and great gratitude to the Ma Sri Aurobindo Online Study Circle of Ireland, which has been kind enough to ask me to speak a few words about the mother and Sri Aurobindo. It's a very, very great literature, you see, of course. And I think in one life, you cannot go through the whole of the literature. So I will speak about some of the points which I have liked most, you see. Some sadhak floats a question to mother, why we are here on earth. The mother says, we are here to find the divine. हम ईश्वर से साक्षात्कार करना चाहते हैं, ईश्वर को प्राप्त करना चाहते हैं. That is what Eckhart Tolle also says, that our purpose to come over here is to enable the divine purpose of the universe to unfold. And Sri Aurobindo and Ma also answer this question, that this universe is built on the existence of delight. Simply saying that we are coming from the bliss, bliss sustains us, and we will return to the bliss itself. That is what Shri Ma and Shri Aurobindo says. And as far as finding the divine is concerned, the mother says, we exist only through the divine. We exist only for the divine. We exist only in the service of the divine, and we exist only by becoming the divine. Everything, every potential, every energy, whatever I possess, that should be surrendered to the divine, to the silence. That is what for I am over here. Also, Lord Krishna, speaking to Arjuna, says, संयम इंद्रिय ग्राम सर्वत्र समबुद्धया ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामैव सर्वभूत हिते. That is, while controlling the senses and equiposed to everyone and thinking of the betterment for each and everybody, if such a soul is there, he comes to me, he achieves me, and he is with me. He again says, Labhate Brahma Nirvana, Rashaye China Kalmasha, Chinnai Dodo Yatatma, Sarvabhut Hite. This Sarvabhut Hite Rata, in two verses that has been mentioned in Gita. Here again Lord Krishna says that I am beyond the darkness of matters, which arises from the doubts. So that duality, that doesn't allow me, that doesn't allow somebody to come to me. The latest scientist also says wave-particle duality. That is that each of the cell of the body of a person, brain is composed of 75 trillion cells, 10 raised to power 27 atoms, infinitely many molecules. But each of these cells has the smallest particle as the energy that is transformed into matter. So Shri Aurobindo, mother says, matter does not exist. It is derived from consciousness. As far as the matter is concerned, it is false and impotent unless it is manifested into the spirit. And it is high time today, the mother says, make the matter ready to manifest into spirit. I love technology, but technology and the science, these branches of the science should make matter stronger, completer, and effective so as to be manifested into spirit. Matter is divine if it is manifested into the spirit. Otherwise, matter has no role. That is what Lord Krishna also says. Ether, earth, air, water, fire, mind, intelligence, and ego. These are my inferior energies. This is my material nature, you see, which is being exploited by my Parashakti. Well, that is the human being. That is what has been illustrated by Lord Krishna to Arjuna also. So, as far as mother is concerned and Sri Aurobindo is concerned, they are very clear that evolutionary process has not blundered. It is the man, it is we people who have stopped before our destination. Since there is an evolution from dust to say plants, trees, animals, birds, etc., and then the human being, chimpanzee also, all this, so this stage is not going to stop. Every man contains a superman as a potential in man, in man. Therefore, the time will come. The time will come when there will be a superman on the earth. A sadhak very daringly asked a question to mother. When this superman will come on earth, the mother says, sadhak should never ask such question. But of course, the mother is mother, you see, and a mother is mother to everybody. Once insisted, once persisted, then the mother says it will take 300 years for a superman to alight on this earth. Beauty, light, and peace are hovering in the sky, awaiting to visit this earth. This earth is the choicest place of the mightiest souls, purified souls. ये पृथ्वी जो है इस पर सब लोग आना चाहते हैं. Rather, Sri Aurobindo and Sri Mother Dima says that God Himself had the aim to fulfill Himself while coming on the earth. If God has made this earth for us, let us make earth in her God. That is what Maharshi Aurobindo says in Savitri. Let us raise the world to God in deathless light. Let us bring God down on this earth, on this world, the earth became. Let us transform the earthly life to the life divine. That is what the Mother and Sri Aurobindo speaks to the people in millions. Till today, none on earth, whether they were Shankaracharyas, Acharyas, Paramhansis, even Maharshi Ramakrishna Paramahansa, J. Krishnamurti, all these philosophers who have been coming over here once in 100 years, 500 years, well, they couldn't think of this thing, that the evolutionary process has not stopped. And that is where Sri Aurobindo says, and Savitri to Satyavan speaks, I wish and I pray, I won't go to heaven. Yama tempts him that she should come along with him to heavens to reside with Satyavan. आप मेरे साथ चलिए, सत्यवान के साथ स्वर्ग में रहिए. Savitri says, I have come from the heaven. I know the Niagara Falls. I know the China's Wall. I know everything, Florida's witches I also know. I have seen everything in the heavens. Why should I go to heaven? May Satyavan come to the earth. I want to make this earth as the heaven. And what is yoga in the words of Shri Ma? Yoga is nothing else but the union of the souls with the super soul. Yoga is nothing else but heavens and earth are equal in one. We wish to bring perfection on the earth. And what is perfection? Purnatva. That is manifestation of perfection already in man. That is called the education. That is what श्रीमान श्री अरविंदो says. शिक्षा की बात आती है तो श्रीमान श्री अरविंदो बहुत क्लियर है. जीवन क्या है? जीवन है आत्मा प्लस उद्गिल, जीवन है कर्म प्लस चेतना, जीवन है पार्थिव प्लस अपार्थिव, लौकिक प्लस अलौकिक, दोनों चीजें, मैटर एंड स्पिरिट. एंड therefore the mother says, well, you shall, as far as education is concerned, there should be integral education, which could with some variations be adopted even to all the nations of the world, you see. But we must bring back the legitimate authority of the spirit over a matter which is fully developed and utilized. As far as the integral education is concerned, the mother is very clear and she says, children, they have got the insatiable thirst for the nature. They should be left free to enjoy the nature. Let their joys and aspirations reach to the sky. Their aspirations should speak to the sky. That should speak to the spiritual sky, rather, beyond the material sky. That is what the mother says. Their obscurity, their seclusion, their solitude, it should not be disturbed by the curiosity of the crowds. बच्चों को प्रकृति में जाने दीजिए, उनको आप क्रश मत कर दीजिए by the machine of education, by the machines of names, of fames, of family, home, country, etc. They should not be that. Let there be completely freedom as far as the children are concerned. There are three great barriers, the mother says. The three barriers are ignorance, fear, falsehood. They are hiding the eternal truth. Therefore, the mother says, protect the children. Teach them for the rejection of falsehood. बच्चों को सिखाइए कि वो falsehood को त्याग दें. Teach the children a yearning for the truth. सच्चाई के लिए तड़प उनके दिल में पैदा कीजिए. Teach the children that they should be sincere. Let there be simplicity, humility, gratitude, aspiration, receptivity from the, you can say, consciousness. Let there be courage, perseverance, goodness for the sake of goodness, generosity that you can soul's ethereal firmament. These attributes must be developed as far as the children are concerned. So as far as the education is also concerned, in my country, now the national education policy, that is what is seeking the aspirations of the 21st centuries in the world. That the mother's formula has been adopted by the central government as far as the national education policy is concerned. This national education policy speaks of the yoga, you see, and yoga is nothing else but that the heavens and earth are equal and one. Yoga is nothing else but human consciousness and cosmic consciousness are one. Yoga is nothing else but the union of the soul with the super soul. National education policy in the total world can bring out a revolution in the sense that academic excellence must be blended with this spiritual excellence. After all, what Arjuna was lacking, you see. Arjuna had all the possible degrees. He was the greatest technocrat of that time. He had the degrees from the Dronacharya University, from Devendra University, from Kamakhya Devi University, from Pashupath Nath University. He had all the possible degrees. But see what is happening. He is not performing his prescribed duties, you see. He is almost become, you see, degraded himself, become almost impotent. He cannot understand. He loses his composure. He is bewildered, confused, what to do, what not to do. And therefore he speaks to Krishna, Karpanya dosho vapahat savave, prachhami tvam dharam sammudha cheta. यत् श्रेयस्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तत्मे शिष्यते हम शादी मां त्वाम प्रपन्न. I am your disciple, you see. I am your darling, you see. I am your friend. Therefore, kindly speak to me. What is the best for me? What should I do and what should I not do? That is what the state of Arjuna is. And therefore, Lord Krishna, in the end, in the 78th verse of Gita, the 18th chapter speaks, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara. Academic excellence must be wedded with, complemented with the spiritual excellence. Academic excellence is not enough, you see. And unfortunately, in the whole of the world, there are technological institutions which are studying the subtlest possible laws of the material existence, material world, but there is not even a single university which is studying the constitution, composition of the soul. And therefore, there is war always, you see. Today, Ukraine and Russia and the whole world, you see, is involved in one way or the other in this war, you see. Every day there is a war. And people say either war or be prepared for war. People say that if you want peace, be prepared for the war. Socrates was very good to say, only the dead have known the end of war. केवल मुर्दे ही बता सकते हैं कि युद्ध नहीं होता है, युद्ध नहीं होता है. Everybody otherwise is afraid of this war. Also, J. Krishnamurti says, all outward forms of change brought about by wars, revolutions, ideologies, the enterprise is freedom, communism, democracy. All the possible forces of intellect, all the avatars have lived and died in vain, but still they have not been able to change the basic instinct of man. Basic instinct of man. And the world today asks, is this world worth living? Is the human life worth living? There were slogans, you see, in 1968 when the students of Paris made a movement, you see, nothing is true, everything is permitted. कुछ भी सच नहीं है, कुछ भी तो करिए. That is what Lord Krishna speaks to Arjuna also. असत्यमय प्रतिष्ठम तय जगताहु अनीश्वरम परस्परम संभूतम किम मन्यते हेतु कामकम. There is no foundation, there is no force, there is no God. This world has been produced out of sexual desires, carnal desires, lustful desires. That is the demonic approach, and that is what is happening today in the world, you see also. Therefore, the message of Sri Aurobindo, message of Sri Ma, that is very much needed. This message is nothing else but of a new ethics, a new humanism. In the words of Jagi Vasudev, it is the message that a conscious planet is required. एक कॉन्शियस प्लैनेट चाहिए, एक ग्रह ऐसा चाहिए जिसमें चेतना रहती है. हम मानते हैं देयर आर डिफरेंसेस जाति के आधार पर, ज्योग्राफिकल कंडीशंस के आधार पर, भाषा के आधार पर, ऐसे मतभेद हैं दुनिया में. लेकिन all these differences and all these likings and preferences can be abolished and can be vanquished only with the help of consciousness. When it pervades, it spreads and emits fragrance to the devils, to the dinosaurs, to the dragons, to the doves, to the believers and non-believers. That is what, as far as I have put in very small, you can say parallel, you see, as far as my lecture is concerned, my words are concerned, because the literature is so huge and immense, you see, in one life you can never get to know of it. Therefore, as far as Savitri and the Yam, the god of death, the dialogue between these two, well, that I think the surface will visit what? Imperfect is the joy not shared by all. वो प्रसन्नता भी किस काम की है जो सब ना संभोग कर सकें, जिसका आनंद सब ना उठा सकें. अगर वर्ल्ड में आनंद उत्सव बनना है, मदन उत्सव बनना है, बसंत उत्सव होना है, महोत्सव होना है, तो वो सबके लिए होना चाहिए. एंड दैट इज व्हाट द मैसेज ऑफ श्री अरविंदो इज. एंड एज फार एज आई थिंक, if the Superman comes upon this earth, he will certainly come to the state of Odisha and to the state of Pondicherry, you can say. Thank you very much. Vande Utkal Janani, Bharat Mata Ki.